can help with. Come, we must get to the skull and destroy it. Forgive me if I don't appear relieved. This temple has taken its toll on me. In time, I believe I will. I'd constructed a meager shrine tomorrow in the antechamber where we entered. My intention was to spend the rest of my years here, burying the past and praying for forgiveness. But instead, I wish to offer my services to you. If you ever wish to journey with me, I'll be here. There's no need to thank me. What you did was for the people of Dawnstar. If anyone should be thanked, it should be you. Azura's, let's not waste any time. I grew up in the Pale. This land was my home for most of my
Yes, my Thane. Do you need something?
I'm right behind you.
Still here.
We're one of the same kind, you and I. I'm glad to
Mara
have met
protect
you.
us both. Running out of room, eh? I'll be glad to help. I'm
Let's
ready.
go.
Going then.
Let's continue.
You have questions? Until next time.
They say that vampires attacked the Hall of the Vigilant, burned it to the ground. Never heard of vampires doing anything like that before.
Just a servant of the Elder. Not worthy of time or consideration.
The nightmares in Dawnstar have lifted, and I hear you helped that happen. You have my thanks. Giants are a common prop. Go and slay one of the beasts. Should let them know that
I grew up in the Pale.
I'm
This
counting
land was
on
my
you.
home for most of my life. And for a done.
Good luck with... giant don't get stepped on.
I'm Skald's housecarl, and head of his guard in Dawnstar.
Next Imperial I see is dead. We'll show those faithless dogs who this land belongs to.
I've got your back.
Skald is very vocal
There's
about
no
his
honor in
hatred
being
of
a
the
Jarl's
Empire.
servant. No Sovngarde waits for dust cleaners.
Watch your hands around the legate.
The Jarl and I have our disagreements. Sorry if you had to overhear one of them. Skald supports Ulfric's rebellion, and he doesn't like having a couple of old legionnaires living in his town. He's a fool. A dragon has attacked Helgen. Dawnstar needs the Empire now more than... Drowning your troubles in mead? A lot of folks are doing that these days. You'll want the... As for work, you could try to catch Skald in a good mood, but your best bet would be working in the mines. They're on opposite ends of town. Stay out of trouble now.
Your ancestors wouldn't want this, Silas.
Why should I hide from it? This is my family's legacy.
It's the past. Dead oaths on dead lips. Let it stay there.
The museum is opening, Medina.
I beg you, don't go into Silas's museum. Silas comes from one of the oldest families in Dawnstar. They have a complicated history. Several of his ancestors belonged to the Mythic Dawn, the cult that almost destroyed Tamriel. His family's involved, and now Silas is back, and this museum to the Mythic Dawn is his way of trying to rebuild his family's pride. It's misguided. Not a student of history, I see. It's for the best. The only thing you need to know is that they almost destroyed the world, and they were stopped a long time ago. That museum is a mistake.
And here comes my first visitor. The Museum of the Mythic Dawn is open, friend. Yes, my collection of artifacts from a group that toppled an empire. Why don't you come in? You can browse the displays and we can talk. I have a job you look perfect for.
I grew up in the Pale. This land
Let's
was
talk
my home
inside.
for most of my life. For a Dunmer, that's quite a...
Feel free to look around. Come talk to me when you're ready to discuss that job I mentioned. The tapestries hung here and outside were found in hideouts. The commentaries on the Mysterium Xarxes were written by the Mythic Dawn cult leader, Mankar Cameron. He promised a paradise awaited his followers when they died.
Huh?
That they would be reborn by Mehrunes Dagon's side. That burned paper is all that remains of the fabled Mysterium Xarxes, the blasphemous book written by Mehrunes Dagon himself. It's said that Mankar Cameron used the book to open a portal to a paradise where all his followers would live forever. Did you have any questions about the museum? Or would you... It's no secret that my family were once members of the Mythic Dawn. One of my forefathers was even chosen to assassinate Uriel Septim himself. We hid from our past for years, became tradesmen, but I realized that the Mythic Dawn's importance, I'll see everyone in Tamriel remember that for a moment, we held the fate of the world in our hands, for good or ill. And here you are. I hope you found the museum to your liking. They were worshippers of Mehrunes Dagon, the Daedric Lord of Destruction and Change. The mythic Dawn killed Uriel Septim VII and his heirs, triggering the events that led to the Oblivion. All that remains of the infamous cult I've gathered in my museum. Ah, an excellent question. Mehrunes Dagon's mythic Dawn cult killed the Septim dynasty and opened the Oblivion gates into Tamriel. They called it the Oblivion. A little history first. After the Oblivion crisis, a number of groups cropped up dedicated to wiping out the... One of these groups found Mehrunes' razor, the artifact of Dagon. They split it into 3 fragments. That was almost 150 years ago, and the pieces are still being kept by the descendants of that group. At least 2 of the owners, Gunzel and Draskua, are dangerous marauders. And the 3rd owner, Jorgen, I only know he lives in Morthal. Here are my notes about them. I'll gladly pay you for getting the pieces any way you can. No, the razor is Mehrunes Dagon's personal artifact. It has always heralded bloody change, and it's held many names. The mythic Dawn worshipped Dagon as a god. Having his razor would be invaluable to my collection.
Looking to hire a boat? All right, then.
I grew up in the Pale. This land was my home for most of my life. And for a Dunmer, that's quite a statement, I assure you. I grew up in the Pale. This land was my home for most of my life. And for a... That's quite a statement, I assure you.
The challenger is near! There can be no other end.
Heard they're reforming the Dawn.
I'm here to lend my magic to the people of Dawn.
Just a servant of Skull
You're
the
not
Elder.
as dumb as you look.
Not worthy of time.
You've shown
consideration.
those monsters that they will no longer be tolerated in the Pale. Good work. Here, a reward from your Jarl.
I grew up in the Pale.
There is room in my court for a new Thane. It's an honorary title mainly, but there are a few perks someone like you could make use of. However, I could only grant the title to someone who is known throughout my hold. You help my people, and I'll make you my Thane. Good luck. Oh, sorry, no houses for sale in Dawnstar right now. But I could sell you land in the hold where you could build your own house. Wonderful. I'll sleep better knowing you're watching the Southern Marches. Here's the title to your steading. Just follow the road south from Dawnstar, past Fort Dunstad. Then head south. The land is near Giant's Gap, right on the border with Whiterun Hold. You'll almost be inside of the Lorius farm, in fact. Don't bother me again unless it's...
There's no honor in being a Jarl's servant. No Sovngarde. My family has served Skull Felgaif's family for generations.
We'll show those faithless dogs who this land belongs to. Fight, or die well.
My miners are as dumb as rocks are gray.
Beto thinks I
I'm just one of the miners. I don't want...
What does it matter if
They say that vampires attacked the Hall of the Vigilant, burned it to the ground. Never heard of vampires doing anything like that.
I trust you're not planning any trouble. What can I do for you, friend?
I wasn't born. Horik and I have lived here ever since I retired. He's a good
My
soldier.
duty is to guard Brina
Stay out of
Meredith.
trouble now.
The damned nightmares have finally stopped. Don't suppose you...
I married Russ Leaf when he was in Hammerfell. Not much. The land is beautiful, but I can't... That's right. I hope one day I'll convince Russ Leaf to take us back there. Until then, I'm content running the forge together here in Dawnstar.
I heard about the attack on your vessel.
Quicksilver mine is the... If you don't mind digging, I own the quick... That would be... Turned on the Empire first chance he got. Now we're all part of this rebellion.
Smelter.
Now
I don't like taking orders from aboard.
I plan to spend all the days I got left on the water. It's where I belong.